What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Neo Scavenger, where we will continue to do just that. We will be in, I guess, the Neo world, and then also do some scavenging. The Neo world makes it sound like it's got something to do with the Matrix. People hate on the Matrix, but I like the Matrix. I liked all three films, but then again, as I've always told all of you, I am super easy to please, and that kind of extends into film as well. I'm just like, I can find something to enjoy in a lot of movies, except for there's one where it's people on a train, and they're eating like gelatin bricks made out of cockroaches or something like that. I hated that movie. Everybody else liked it, but I loathed it. It was just the worst. I don't know why. Like, everybody else, it had amazing reviews, so I felt like I was kind of in like crazy world, because everybody else likes it. Everybody I've talked to has been like, that's the greatest movie ever, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, it's terrible. The acting was bad, the pacing was bad, the theme and the story were bad. It was like forced campy, and you can't be forced campy. You can only be campy on accident. You can't be campy on purpose, and the movie was really obviously trying to be campy on purpose, and it just didn't work for me. It just didn't do anything for me. Other people can like it all that they want. It doesn't bother me either way. What was the name of that movie now? I can't remember. It's got the train that goes around the planet over and over again after we started an accidental, like, winter. We started, like, a nuclear winter on accident or something like that. I don't know. Or, like, we used those planes. I forget what those things are called. You know how planes leave the trails behind themselves and it's a vapor trail because they're condensing all the air behind the plane? I think that's how it works. I don't know. I'd have to look at it again. Oh, we got amoxicillin. Who wants some amoxicillin? Spider cat dust. Getting ourselves some antibiotics. That's pretty sweet. We've got 6 rags. Probably throw one on my face real quick. Actually, no, that makes my eyes all irritated. For whatever reason, when you throw, I don't know why my voice just like popped up like that right there. I think like a hiccup tried to happen in the middle of while I was talking, so I was like, while you're here. I'm not really sure what happened right there. Something weird happened, and I'm not going to try and classify it. I'm just going to address it and move forward, because I know somebody noticed it, so I'm going to treat it like mail. I'm going to address it. I'm going to put it in the box. We're going to move on forward. We've got enough stuff right now to where we could go back and make a decent amount of cash. I may actually cut the amount of money I want to make down to maybe like $500, $600. Then we'll head back down to Detroit. We'll get that all taken care of with Hatter and all that fun stuff. Do the nodes in this game respawn? That's always been a big question of mine, is as to whether the nodes respawn in this game and like eventually have more things, because every now and again it feels like they do respawn, because every now and again I'll get to like a hex that I'll swear I've looted before, and it'll have like 7 forest cabins on top of it, and I'll be like, I'm pretty sure I've dealt with this already. I just can't prove it. Let us sleep through the night, which is not very metal. I was gonna say that we could go sleeping through the night. It doesn't sound good though. It sounds bad. I sleep through the night sometimes. I don't know. Sometimes I fall asleep like early morning. For people that don't know it at this point, I don't sleep a whole lot. I don't know. My brain's too active, and I've never really come up with a way to like quiet my brain. I've always felt like I should probably learn meditation or something like that. Oh, we're burdened right now. Well, since we're burdened, we should probably head back to the ATN. How's that sound? I didn't realize how burdened we were. Okay. Well, let's be off on our way then. I'm hoping that they finally restocked everything at their store. That's what I'm hoping for, because what we got before was kind of a weak stash. I would love to get myself a weak stash. Is precisely what happens on my upper lip too whenever I try and grow facial hair. I can grow a beard, I can grow like a Donegal, but for whatever reason I can't grow a mustache. Mustache is just not feeling me. Let's eat a meal real fast, even though it's a little bit of a waste. We'll go back to the trading post, make a little bit of cash and scratch and whatever else right now. They did recycle, yeah, they did get like a new stock, but unfortunately it's nothing that I'm really super interested in taking. Let's make 40 bucks right there. That shoe was not worth bringing. I'm not sure why I brought it. I must have seen the number wrong and thought it said something different. I don't know. We've got the cornucola, but I'm going to save the corny goodness for later, because the cornucola is really, really useful. You should hold on to it. It has a number of uses. If you're going to freeze to death, you can drink cornucola, and it makes you feel warmer and you start sweating, even if you're like bucket naked. You can also take cornucola and use it to get your energy meter back up if you're about to black out, if you're in the middle of a fight with like a dog man or something that's just been running you down really hard. Lots of different uses for it, and it's nice to have a bottle or two on you every now and again in case something goes awry. I've got my sling, I've got my rocks, I've got all my good stuff. My sling is at 12% though, so I might buy another one, even though I shouldn't. Go away, rock. I shouldn't pay for this, but it's $2, and it saves me like the clicks of having to do it myself. And so if that doesn't click with you, I apologize, but we do what we gotta do. We should no longer be burdened. Large part of our burden is going to be due to the fact that we're carrying around like 900 tons of rocks. Like, this is basically exactly like every geology trip I have ever been on. Just me walking around the wilderness with pockets upon pockets upon pockets full of rocks. Like insane amounts of rocks. Let's see here. Like, oh, look, this one has pyrite. I mean, it's a little rusted. It's not pretty to look at, but it's got some pyrite on the side. Clearly, I need this right now. Oh, we got 2. Okay. Close you off. Yeah, don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Hello. What are you doing? Did I accidentally sort my inventory? That's fine. We got 2 of these books. These copper books. We may have to go back right away, actually. We're carrying around a lot of stuff with us. Some of these have files on them. It might be worth it to take a look and see if maybe the files are accessible. That one doesn't have a battery that works. Neither does that one. It might be a good idea for us to go... I don't know. We don't have hacking, I don't think, right? We don't have hacking, obviously. Okay, so we don't have hacking, but you can still find the copper books every now and again that are just like open, and you can just take the stuff off of them and put them on a flash drive. It's not a terrible plan if you have a bunch of these lined up in your inventory to just kind of like make sure that they're not locked. If they're not locked, you could make a lot of money off of it. I mean, that one time we found that $5,000 file, and then when I set it down so I could rearrange the thing in my hand, the game stole it from me. But, you know, that's how life goes sometimes. I'd like to find a gun, too. A firearm would be great. Like, anything would be great, to be honest. Although, I need to use the firearm this time. Not use the force, use the firearm. Because oftentimes, I find that, well... Let's make a run for Detroit. Oh, this guy's going to attack me. I know it. He's tough and he's bleeding. He's got a crude broadhead arrow. He's got a Hayapupi backpack, some NVGs. It's probably worth it to kill him. It's more than likely a good proposition to kind of just like let him have it. Our sling is falling apart, which is precisely why I bought another one. Let me put that in my hand. We'll reload real quick. I'm going to try and keep him at range, obviously, because that's like what we do. Let me see if we can run away a little bit. He may be able to close the gap with us. In fact, it looks like he's making a pretty good run of it. Huh. I need you to get behind cover. There we go. Now that we've got him suppressed and behind cover, we're going to get a little bit more of a gap in between us, and then we're just going to wait. Just play the waiting game until he's no longer behind cover. He's fallen. I'll take a shot at him since he fell down. There it is. If they fall down, you should always take a go at him just in case. Alright, so he should die like on his own in just a second. I think. Alright, well let's charge towards him. He's unconscious and bleeding. It should be quick. Like maybe one more rock. You want to die for me, pal? There we go. Thank you very much for finally dying for me. So we got a 41%. Oh, we got good water right here too. This guy was stacked up for the future. This guy was ready to go. He's got some good NVGs, so we'll watch out for military cells on those. I'll throw them on my face for later so that they don't eat up inventory space. We've got that. We've got a skywalk shoe or whatever the hell they're called. I don't know what they're called. They've got a weird name. On this side, I feel like I can organize this better somehow so that I can bring this shoe along. It takes up 4, doesn't it? Yep, it's 4 long. That's okay, though, because I need to reload over here. And so this will ultimately work out, kinda. There. Awesome. And that's exactly why I bought another string, or another sling, because I've had that happen to me before, and nothing's more infuriating than having your sling break in the middle of combat and then dying because you don't have any other weapon to defend yourself with. Seriously, it's happened to me like multiple times. It's unpleasant. How many times does it take me to learn a lesson? Well, more than once would be the answer to that question. So the flashlight up in here. Part of me still wants to bring the Hayapupi backpack along with me just in case. Just so we can loot along the way, and I might do just that. I mean, we could throw it into our other hand. Can we hit somebody with a backpack? No. You can't hit somebody with a backpack? Well, fine, then. I want to hit somebody with a backpack anyway. It's like, no, it's my lunch. Leave me with my lunch. No. You're being a bully right now. No. That whiny voice when little kids do that, oh, it drives me insane. It drives me nuts. That's another reason I know I can't have kids, because that voice, I should be like, argh. Junior, you better be quiet right now. You know I don't like that whiny voice, Junior. I don't know. I don't deal well with whining. It doesn't do anything for me, which is strange because in some respect, like part of what I do on the internet is whine about mechanics in games. It's a very, very strange, ironic place to be in my life. I mean, I don't think I whine about games too much. I think I could make a strong point that I critique. Oh, look, we got a blue frog over there with a composite bow. Yeah, that's not a gamble that I'm going to take. Composite bows are actually kind of scarier than guns because there's always, when they have a composite bow, there's a better chance that they'll actually use it. Like, seriously. Guys with composite bows more frequently have arrows than guys with guns have bullets. So usually I don't call their bluff with bows. I'm probably just going to walk until we hit the ocean, in all honesty. It might be the better plan. Oh, I don't know, though. We're out of moves. Player has diarrhea. Okay. So since we have diarrhea, I'll probably just crash right here. We have to hope that since we're at least somewhere near the DMZ, hopefully... Are we still shitting ourselves to death? No, we're not. We're good. No more pooping. Hooray! I hate it when I have to travel and poop at the same time. You know that feeling when you're up in the car and you're trying to get somewhere and then all of a sudden your stomach's just like, mrah, and it feels like you got a 30-pound brick in your stomach. You're like, yeah, we need to pull over. And then you get to like one of those public government-run restrooms and then like they're on the side of the road and they're so messed up and they're so disgusting. You're like, oh my God. So you got like your hand up against the stall on both sides like Spider-Man, and then you're doing like the helicopter routine because you don't want to land on the seat. Even with the paper cover, you wouldn't trust that. It's got like chunks and like weird unidentifiable stuff all over it. I mean, it's... We have a pretty good indication of what it is. We don't want to go out there and just like take a guess just yet. Yeah, bad water's never backfired before. Let's drink bad water again. Yay, Jardia! Jardia, if you don't know what Jardia is like, I have water. Why am I drinking bad water? I just realized that I have water like in my inventory. We've got to be close to the coast. Are we close to the coast? We've got to be getting closer. I'll check these loot nodes real fast and we'll see if they're empty. If your loot chances are real low on some of these buildings, and adding lots of items doesn't appear to fix it, you may be kind of near the DMZ. Unfortunately, actually, I might be wrong here. Okay, so we have thirst. Let me drink this tannin tea real quick. Make us feel a little bit better. And then I'll drink both of those, drink both of those. There we go. Now we should be good for at least 5-10 minutes, because I never like solving problems permanently. We've got a wrench. We've got edible berries. I'll eat both of those. We've got an elegant fairgrounds. Okay. I don't really want any of this stuff. I mean, I appreciate the offer, video game, but honestly, your old-ass shirt doesn't do it for me. That gun. Oh, it's such a risky gamble. I don't know if I want to do it or not. It's always a risk with these guys. And he is chasing us, which makes me wonder if he's actually got, like, bullets. I'm not going to loot this place right now. Let's just keep on trucking. We're leaving him a pretty good trail, so he should be able to follow us, but... we'll be alright, I think, if we can just make tracks, like, in the opposite direction. I'm sort of hoping we would make it to Detroit before nightfall. Didn't we find Detroit on a map? Yeah, we found Detroit on... God, I always forget how long this walk is. I always... 100% forget how long this walk is. Every time. Every single time. I underestimate it consistently. Over and over and over again. There it is. So we'll make it to the globe. Be a little bit safer. Maybe we'll be able to fire ourselves... or buy ourselves a firearm. That would be great. Or, you know, just a bullet arm. I don't care if it shoots bullets or fire. Just whatever works. That'd be pretty sweet if you get a flamethrower in this game. We got the junk market. And so the junk market is where we want to offload some of our goodies. Get ourselves a little bit less burdened. How's that sound? It probably sounds pretty good because at the moment we're fairly overburdened. Get rid of some of these tents so I can get my burden back. Get rid of the boots so that they can get that. We got that over there. Probably sell the Altus smartphone just in case. It doesn't have anything on it, so I don't see any point in keeping it. That has a GPS program. There's a couple of 308 rounds, some AA batteries, which we're definitely in need of. So I'm going to buy those real quick because they're not expensive, and they make our life a little bit easier. I'm going to sell this backpack, not with my sling inside of it, though. There we go. I was hoping somebody would have a Yukon backpack, but unfortunately it doesn't appear to be the case. Now, because we don't have trapping, we are going to have to do the Silver Urn quest, I think, which is going to suck. The Silver Urn quest is one of those things that, like, it'll probably kill you. There's not, like, a ton you can do about it. It will more than likely slay you, but you have to do it. You have no choice. You have to go out and do it, I think. I don't know. Maybe I should look that up on the wiki real fast, although the wiki and I are on coarse terms at the moment. The wiki and I are not best friends. Let's see. I'm carrying around a lot of rocks still. There's got to be something around here that I can get rid of. I think it's just these copper books over here. Pretty sure that's what... Do I have 2 cornicolas? Oh, I have 2 cornicolas? Even better. Okay, well, I don't know if I want to carry around that much with me, but I'll definitely get rid of some of these bottles since I have no other use for it. There we go. I'm going to hold on to these for just a minute. And we're going to take a look at them after we go over to... There should be a... Yeah, there should be a power tap over here. And so we'll throw that in there. I only have 1 battery, so I think this should only last like... Oh, no, that's lasting a while. Okay. It should only last a little bit in my experience, but it should be enough. It should be enough anyways. Let's empty that out. We'll throw a couple of charges in here. And we will empty it out. There we go. And we'll fill this thing up right here with as many charges as possible. In the worst case scenario, what we can do is we can use this as sort of like a faux container for charges so that we can recharge all of our other stuff in the field whenever we need to. The batteries are great for that, so you should always keep a laptop battery around for just that purpose. Now, that is not what I desired. That is the... No, I wanted this right here. We'll open it. Turn it on. It's got a login screen, unfortunately, so we can't use that. We'll empty it out. That's going to kill it. We'll open this one. This one has loot in it as well. We'll throw you in there, turn you on. They both have login screens, which makes me doubt that I could get past it. So I guess we'll just sell them both. We'll empty that out. We'll take the battery back so that we can use it on other ones. And for right now, we'll close you. We'll close you. We will throw numero uno up here. We'll throw numero dos over here. And now that we're burdened, we'll go back to the junk market. We will offload both of these for the money, since we can't make use of either of them. That's going to give us a little bit of cash. We're not like rolling in money right now. I think it would probably be a good idea for us to start accumulating bullets because we are playing a ranged class. So when we find a firearm, we are going to want to put that to the best use as possible. And having a lot of bullets, like being in a situation where you have like 25 rounds in a rifle, is one of those things where it allows you to bypass like a big chunk of the game without having to think about it. So I prefer it. DMZ guard over here. Let's see here. I want the non-veggie stew. So we'll eat that a couple times. There we go. Non-veggie stew. We are all better. I'm going to step back for a second, and I figure we just crash right here for the night. We're not very tired, so I don't know if we'll make it the entire night. We're going to sleep like an infant, waking up every 4 or 5 hours. Another reason I can't have children. There you go. I'm not a waker. I'm not a waker. I'd be like, baby be fine till morning. Snore. Snooze. My baby be like 2 years old and all independent, like running around like Rambo or something with a little cloth around his head. Just because, he had to handle all his own stuff. Although that was kind of how I was raised, to be honest. By the time I was 2 or 3 years old, I was already making my own breakfast in the morning. We're gonna try and go inside. Hatter's gonna give us a mission. I don't know what happens if we decline it. Let me look it up on the wiki real fast. I have no idea. I don't think I've ever declined the Silver Urn quest. I've used other skills like Strong, and I've used skills like something else. But let's find out. Let's find out what Hatter has to say here. I really have no clue what happens if you turn this down. Let's see. You can reject his offer, and we can spend $3,000 to get that. If we have... Well... We don't have trapping, so we can't get that. Yeah... I'm going to turn it down. Alright, very well. He turns to one of the guards. Please see our client out. As the guard slides the elevator cage shut, Hatter calls after. If you should change your mind, you know where to find me. A moment later, you're standing back outside in the muddy sprawl. I think you could do a less... It says right here there's a less dangerous job you can do. Man, let's do it. Glad to hear it, he says. He spreads the map of Michigan out on his desk and motions for you to come closer. The urn is in a shack near Hidden Lake, out in Old Seven Gables Road. He points out the location to you on the map. You bring me that urn, and the visitor's pass is yours. Seven Gables has... There's a house at Seven Gables that's actually kind of terrifying. There's like this big chunk of the... There's basically... You can get yourself like cursed with this mask that's kind of like the mask from Splatterhouse. I don't know. It gets weird. It gets very weird very quick. And like you can only take the mask off if you do something. Like you have to... I don't even remember. I know that there's an event way out in the middle of nowhere with a haunted house called it's called Seven Gables House or something like that. I have found stuff, by the way, in one of these buildings before. Even with one sliver, I found it. I was like, yay! I did get excited. So where is he sending me off to? Hidden Lake's right there. Oh, that's not too far away. I mean, it's pretty far away, but it's not that bad. I wish there was a button to recenter on your character. That's like a button that I wish was in the game. There probably is. I bet you anything that it's just me not knowing what I'm talking about. Our makeshift sack just broke, which means that I have to make another one. And so we will take a tarp right there, a bit of string, and then we will make ourselves a makeshift sack, because creating artificial sacks is what I do most in this game. Now then, let's pile all of our goodies back up in our inventory. I do actually need those for the foil suit later on. We should probably keep those too. just in case we come across a bow anywhere so that we can make ourselves some arrows. Storage shed, it's worth looking, but it's not going to have anything inside of it. It's very, very rare to find anything near the DMZ. I figure we'll probably go back to Zomzoms right about now, and maybe we'll do the Zomzom portion of the game. We'll trade in our wristband to get the orange box so that we're on our way and getting ready to do Camp Grayling. Honestly, Camp Grayling isn't that difficult to do. Like, there's a lot of things in Camp Grayling that you can work out. We've got no amoxicillin. Only got one painkiller. I guess I'll throw that in the box real fast. It'll fit in with something. We've got an extra rag right there. We got a dead squirrel. I question how clean this first aid kit is if we found it next to a dead squirrel. I briefly pause and I think to myself, it had a dead squirrel leaning up against it. How clean and how much cleanliness could this particular rag have? Probably not much. Probably not much. And I think if we're all being just kind of impartial right now, I think we could all agree on that. Oh, good. This guy's going to try and murder me. He's got a whiskey bottle he's going to try and bash me over the head with. How come I was going to say, where's my sling at? It made me scared when I saw my fists as the only weapon that I had right there. A lot of mobile homes in this one. We've actually been having pretty terrible luck when it comes to getting forest huts, which is really sort of... It's bumming me out. I like the forest lodges. They give me the most guns, I think, out of any location. And so when I don't find them, I feel very, very disappointed. There it is. I always wanted to make a website called Disappointment, where it was a place where you could make an appointment. And you'd be like, disappointment, dad appointment. You know what I mean. That guy's got a Yukon bag. Homie gotta die. He's fallen, suppressed, and behind cover. Let's play it safe. If he's gonna stay behind cover... Okay, he's out. Let's go ahead and give him a couple more rocks if we can. He's only got a whiskey bottle. We should be alright here. There we go. Severe pain and vulnerable. He's suppressed, which means that he can't really move very well. We still haven't got him, though. We still haven't got him. I think I'll use this opportunity to reload my rocks. Ooh, hello, whiskey bottle on the ground. Did he drop that? Ooh, and binoculars. Hell yeah, your stuff's now my stuff. We just robbed a guy. We're about to rob another guy, too, if I can. I want that Yukon backpack that he's carrying. Seriously. If somebody has to die, somebody's got to die. It is what it is. Yeah. The AI is not going to let us do this one. I'm going to try and hit him with some rocks now. He's suppressed and behind cover. I really need this guy to die, though. It's so easy for the AI to run away in this game. It's so frustrating. Like, I don't get it. It's so easy for the AI to just be like, and disengage in this game, but it's so hard for your character to do so. It drives me crazy how it's, like, imbalanced in the AI's favor when it comes to running away. It really sincerely is. Like, you have no way to, like, hold somebody in combat, and yet when you're trying to run away from them, it's like all day long, they just keep on you. I do not get it at all. Hey, that's the first time I think that's ever stacked up perfectly. There we go. That'll work. I'm not that bummed about it. I really do want the Yukon backpack. I don't know where he's gone now. He's got to be around somewhere, but seeing as I just made a bunch of friends, he said, putting quotation marks around the friends, I figure we probably shouldn't sleep here tonight, right? We should probably just, like, be the hell on off. Drink that right now to get some energy back, because it's not nightfall yet, but I'd like to be able to get around and do some stuff first before we crash. Probably drink some bad water that I found in the middle of a street or something. I don't know. It's probably gutter water or something. This tastes like shoe. Let's go ahead and we'll... Ooh. Yeah, what's his name might come back for revenge if I go to sleep right now and I'm paranoid about it. Oh well. I don't know why we've had so much trouble falling asleep in this playthrough. It's been a non-stop problem, and I can't really... It's got to be because I don't have a sleeping bag or something. I don't know. I'm playing super lazily right now when it comes to our scavenging attempts, and I just noticed the time, so it's time for me to go. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Neo Scavenger. It's always my pleasure and my privilege to have you here as we hang out in the post-apocalypse and just kind of shoot the shit for a little while. I'm going to take off right now. I will see you all in the next episode of Neo Scavenger. Take care out there, everybody, and as always, a very, very fond farewell and hi-do from me to you. Bye, everybody.